Today we'll be touring the third built 787 Dreamliner, and we're here at the B-52 Pavilion at the Museum of Flight, and it's all things Boeing here. So you can learn anything from space to the first flight, the man on the moon, and of course, the current Dreamliners. Look at the size compared to previous generations of jets, the engines, and then today. So whenever a new airliner launches, all of the launch customers, they have their tails printed on the aircraft to show their support or their excitement for ordering the plane. Do I see American on there? Oh, there they are. It's the old tail. American and Delta. Now some of these have changed, they've canceled, or they've gotten different aircraft and they've changed their liveries altogether, but these are the initial people that have purchased this aircraft when it launched. And this one had a ton of orders right from the start because it was innovative. It was like something never before. It's a clean sheet design, composite frame, brand new engines. And this is the baby sister over here. It's nice to see everything in the Boeing house colors and design. So these are the Dreamliner seats. I remember when I was younger, all of this coming out, so it's cool to see in person. It's just similar to what we have on board for international and transcon configurations. And the galley. It'd be nice to fly these newer planes because everything is brand new and redesigned. See, this one doesn't even have that little tail cone piece that was added on later on. I think it was because of oil drip or some liquid dripping, but they had to add a little tail cone piece right here so it wouldn't slide down the fuselage, it would go outward. So that's how early on this build was. See on the 747 where the customers put their logos who ordered the aircraft? Let's tour the 747. This is the original 747. It says 12 main landing gear wheels, 4 Pratt & Whitney engines, and 2 floors for passengers. This is the concept model. This is what it was supposed to look like before the iconic hump in the front. This looks more like the A380 now, but it was a 2-story cabin that went all the way to the back of the aircraft. And last up is the Concorde. So the Concorde has these essentially rocket boosters. Rolls-Royce Snecma Olympus 593 engines. That's me, AG. So the Concorde, this is the fastest passenger commercial jet ever. And it had this cool nose feature where when the plane was taking off and landing, it would position it downward and angle with the tiny windows. I saw on Instagram the other day, there was a picture of the 787 windows compared to the Concorde windows. I think it may be because of the forces and speed and height that it flies at. It can't have as many cutouts the size of the windows of other airplanes. My hand's bigger than it. It's kind of like you're in a spacecraft. And it's really not that big. It's almost like a regional jet in here. And the galley, look at the galley. This is the galley. So this is what I'm used to at regional flying before I moved to mainline. It's almost like I'm back. So when I started, I was at regional, and this is what I was used to on a CRJ 200. It's crazy. But then again, I realized that these planes, for the missions that they were doing, would be doing around the same amount of flight time from London to New York. Well, it is so long. These were iconic in the Concorde. I remember seeing pictures of the speed and how high the passengers were going. I'm outside of the museum. I'm crossing this bridge by foot, and I was on my way back to Seattle and I saw a bunch of the Maxes that were parked. I know it's a sad and troubling situation with all the lives that were lost in the parking of the Max, and a lot of people's trust against the company, especially flight crew, pilots, against flying on these planes. But my love and interest of aviation, seeing a bunch of these planes that I've been following for a few years and just getting to see them up close is still neat to me. So, here they are. It's really interesting to see a bunch of different airlines from all over the world. So we have an Italian airline, an Icelandic airline, United Arab Emirates airline, Asian Airlines, all in one parking lot. How fitting, that's a 737 right there. To me, seeing them all parked here and so close and for me to interact with, it's still exciting. Out of the interest of walking by and seeing the aircraft so close, I wanted to come and take a look at them. There's some from my company back there. It's just odd to see something that you work on be grounded and just be sitting here for billions and billions of dollars to be spent sitting right here until they can fly again. I got a mocha from the Pike's Market, and they have a ladle of chocolate ganache that they put in the bottom of it. It's really good. Number 8. I got my trail mix and I'm ready to work this red eye.